Kiddo. He calls her kiddo. After, you know, doing the deed. Are you kidding me? That's not romance. That's grounds for immediate annulment. Or maybe just justifiable homicide. I haven't decided.
For heaven's sake, can we please start the segment properly before you give yourself an aneurysm? That's a single alleged line from one reviewer's interpretation of Wedding Dashers by Heather McBreen. It might not even be accurate.
Accurate. If a guy I just tangled sheets with called me kiddo, I'd assume I'd blacked out and woken up in a bad 1950s sitcom. It's creepy. It's condescending. It's It's like that time you tried to defend the sentient slime mold in the glittering abyss.
We are not relitigating the glittering abyss. That was a complex metaphor for societal decay, which clearly went over your head. Wedding Dashers, on the other hand, is ostensibly a romantic comedy about Ada, our heroine, who flies to a destination wedding only to have her travel plans implode alongside Jack, the best man.
Implode. Right. Because Jack conveniently forgets to mention he's married. Separated. Whatever. Same difference when you're trying to get into someone's pants, right? And Ada. Sweet, merciful Zeus. Ada spends over half the book pining for her boyfriend of 8 years, who she's supposedly on a break with.
Technically, the narrative explores the liminal space of relationship dissolution and the complexities of
Liminal space. It's called being an indecisive mess. My neighbor Brenda was on a break, once. Lasted 2 weeks. Involved 3 different guys. And ended with her setting Dave's prize, winning petunias on fire. Ada makes Brenda look like a paragon of emotional stability.
Ada is clearly grappling with arrested development and a deep-seated fear of change. Her fixation on her ex, Liam, while frustrating, serves as a narrative engine for her eventual, albeit delayed, self-discovery. Jack, despite his initial lack of transparency,
Lack of transparency. He's a walking, talking red flag factory. Playboy reputation. Check. Hiding a whole wife. Check. Calling women kiddo. Alleged check. What's next? Does he wear socks with sandals? Does he collect commemorative spoons? This guy screams future alimony payments.
you're being deliberately obtuse. The text suggests Jack has his own vulnerabilities beneath the dude, broclichi. As one reviewer aptly put it, his actions, while questionable, stem from his own emotional baggage regarding his separation.
Oh, boo-hoo. My marriage is ending. So I'm going to lie to the next available woman I meet during a travel nightmare. Cry me a river, Jacko. And Ada just floats along. For like 60% of the book, still mooning over Liam. Does she have any agency? Or is she just a human pinball, bouncing between bad decisions?
Some readers found her highly relatable. Her messiness, her uncertainty.
Relatable. If I related to Ada, I'd check myself into therapy immediately. Who wants to relate to someone who needs a tampon handed to them by a stranger, and then spends the next 200 pages crying about a guy she's not even officially dating anymore? And don't get me started on her judging English suburbs. Rundown houses. Rude.
It was a fleeting observation, indicative of her own internal dissatisfaction, projected outward. Honestly, the real question is whether the chaotic journey and forced proximity actually generate believable chemistry, or just proximity.
Oh, the chemistry. Let's talk about that. One review says, and I quote, "This book easily cemented itself as one of my top 5 books ever, restored my faith that love can be found by everyone. Barf. Did we read the same book? The one where the guy is married and the girl can't stop thinking about her ex.
Conversely, another reviewer stated, I hate when once or both of the main characters are actively in relationships, and DNF'd specifically because Jack didn't reveal his marital status up front, and yes, the alleged kiddo incident.
C. Team DNF. Sanity prevails. Although, I have to admit, the scene where they fake loud sex noises to scare off a nosy hotel owner. Kind of funny. Stupid. But funny. Like something my Uncle Barry would try.
It's a classic, if somewhat juvenile, comedic trope. But does it compensate for the ethical quagmire and Ada's protracted indecisiveness? The third act breakup, which some found realistic, felt utterly predictable to me.
Realistic. They knew each other for, what? 4 days of pure chaos, fueled by bad transportation and desperation. A breakup is the only realistic thing. Staying together would be insane. Wait, hang on. Maybe Ada's the smart one here. Keeps the ex on the back burner. Has a wild European fling with a technically married guy. She's playing 4D chess while we're playing checkers.
Please don't encourage this line of thinking. The book is aiming for romance, not a cautionary tale about emotional triangulation. So, the ultimate question, is Wedding Dashers actually any good?
Good. It's a glorious train wreck. It's like watching someone try to assemble IKEA furniture after 3 bottles of wine. You can't look away. Is it good literature? Probably not. Is it entertaining? Absolutely. If you enjoy yelling at fictional characters.
It certainly provokes a reaction. The pacing is uneven. Ada's internal monologue becomes repetitive, and Jack's redemption arc feels slightly rushed. However, the travel elements are vividly described, and the banter, when not overshadowed by deceit, has moments of charm.
Charm. Like calling someone kiddo.
We're moving on. Final rating time. Use the official Heartbook radio scale, please.
Fine. I give Wedding Dashers 2 out of 5 questionable airport decisions. And an extra point deducted for kiddo. So 1 out of 5. No, wait. The fake sex noises. Okay, 2 out of 5. Final answer.
I'm giving it 6 out of 11 canceled flights. It's messy, ethically dubious, and occasionally frustrating, but it does eventually reach its destination, unlike some people's arguments about sentient slime molds.
Oh, here we go again. Next week, people, we're tackling a real mind bender. Gary the Gargoyle's Guide to Grief Counseling. Sounds uplifting.
That is absolutely not what it's called. Until next time, try not to date anyone who calls you kiddo. This has been Heartbook Radio.